Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a beautiful Friday night here on the Quick Cut Sports Network. We're coming to you live from the blue turf of the Masters Academy in the shadows of 417. I'm B.A. Appreciate you tuning in on this Friday night. Beautiful weather, and we anticipate a heck of a matchup as we have the number one ranked Masters Academy Eagles taking on an undefeated Oak Hill Eagles squad out of Jacksonville. That both of these teams obviously have postseason aspirations, and folks, that starts here tonight. Masters Academy comes in at 5-2 on this season, a member of the Sunshine State Athletic Conference, as well as is Oak Hall High School. Oak Hall, again out of I said Jacksonville earlier, Gainesville, Florida. They come in at 7-0, and I had the pleasure of talking to their head coach earlier before the game, and they know what kind of test, at least from what he told me, that this was going to be coming in here to the Masters Academy and walking away with a victory in any fashion. He said his guys are going to have to execute to perfection in order to perform here tonight. Also, on the other side, I spoke with the Masters Academy head coach, Garrett Krusek, and he is very excited about where his team is. He feels like that his early strength of schedule is going to bode very well for he and the Eagles as they get into postseason, which is right around the corner. And, it should be a great matchup here tonight. Once again, we're coming to you live as part of the Cure All-Star Games Game of the Week. We're very happy to have partners to make this possible. Those partners include the Facts Now, a division of Tobacco-Free Florida, dedicated to exposing big tobacco's lies and giving the facts about tobacco and vaping. High school athletes in these games exemplify healthy living and making a choice of good health habits. Also, we are very proud to be partnered with the Orlando Sports Foundations and their mission of bringing teams together to find a cure for cancer. Obviously, this is all a part of the Cure All-Star Games and the Cure Bowl, which is coming up on December 16th. It has been a very exciting contest the last couple of years taking place over at Camping World Stadium. So obviously, being a part of that mission here and bringing you the best games from around Central Florida week to week, there's nothing better than that. And again, our broadcast partner, Quick Cut, they're an amazing company that do a lot of advanced tech for athletes, and now, obviously, in the broadcasting world, and I'm very humbled to be a part of Quick Cut and what they plan to do. Captains have met. Oak Hall, the visiting team, in their white uniforms head to toe. And here come the Eagles of the Masters Academy. Home kits for the Eagles, and let's talk about the coaching staff real quick for this Masters Academy club. Really, it's an all-star squad, if you will. Not only do you have Garrett Krusek, former UCF quarterback, his father, Mike, former UCF head coach. Also, here at the Masters Academy, he is the offensive coordinator for his son. Let's go over to the defensive side of the football. You got Doug Gabriel, former UCF star, former Oakland Raider, former I'm going to stick with the Raiders. Not sure. I know he played for a couple other clubs. Doug, a friend of mine, he has called games with us from Camping World Stadium in the past. Great guy. He's coaching up the defense. So obviously these kids for the Masters Academy have no shortage of opportunities to learn this beautiful game from some of the minds on the sideline. Oak Hall will have the first crack at it. They'll send two players back deep to receive. They'll stand at the 10. Some of the names you're going to hear tonight include number 1, Dakota Brower. He does a little bit of everything. He has 30 carries for 355 yards, 8 touchdowns. Through the air, he's 31 to 54 for 767 yards, 8 touchdowns, no picks. And he's got some weapons around him that really make his life easy. And for the Masters Academy, we'll get you all the names here as soon as we can. But John Brady will be the man to kick this one away. Oak Hall will receive the kick, and they will move left to right as this game is officially underway. Short kick is going to be fielded at about the 35-yard line. And that's where we will see Oak Hall. Dakota Brower will be an integral part of this game. One of his favorite targets, number 16, Daniel Groh. 6 receptions, 137 yards and a score. You also have Jacob Quigley. He likes to throw downfield to him. 5 catches, 123 yards and a touchdown. And you will see on this first play, David Groh lined up near side at wide receiver. They're going to go 4 wide. Motion comes left to right. It's going to be handoff up the middle with room across midfield into Eagle territory. Now bouncing to the outside across the 40. He might go. One man to beat, and he is going to be pushed out of bounds. Well, that's one way to open up the game. Offensively, Briggs Copeland, we were going to get to him eventually. He leads the team in all-purpose yards, and that time he gets all the way down inside the 10. But I want to give credit to the Masters Academy, Evan Slockett. He was not going to allow that touchdown to be had. Hats off to him for chasing that play some 80 yards to force Copeland out of bounds on the near sideline. 1st and goal. Ball spotted at the 10. This will be the second play from scrimmage for the Oak Hall Eagles. Brower stands in the shotgun. Hands off, coming to the near side. Missing one man and creeping his way down to about the 8-yard line is Aaron Akins. Also a favorite target downfield for Brower. Akins, a 5'10", 150-pound sophomore, 5 catches, 190 yards, 3 scores. Something else to note about the Masters Academy after talking to Coach Garrett Kruchek and Doug Gabriel and the guys, this team is young. As a matter of fact, I think it's 2 juniors, 8 seniors, and the rest sophomores and freshmen. Carry up the middle is going to get to the 5. Good stand there by the interior defense. Abram Jenkins, another one of those running back options that the Oak Hall Eagles have. He is a senior, 5'10", 225. He has 57 carries, 381 yards, and 9 scores on this 2023 campaign. This brings up a big 3rd and 6. This will be the first huge defensive opportunity that the Masters Academy has. See what they can do here after that burst on the first play from scrimmage for Oak Hall that put them at the 10. Here's a handoff, running left, fighting, falling forward, and being stopped short was Jenkins again. Tackle made by Christopher Barnes, the 5'10", 185-pound junior. And that brings us to a 4th down and goal from about the 2. Masters Academy fans making some noise as the sirens blare for this huge 4th and 2. Here's the snap. It's going to be a keeper. Running forward, hit, and no indication yet. They stopped him. What a stop by the Eagles of the Masters Academy. Talk about imposing your will early on defense. Great job by the boys in black on the near sideline right there. That gives their offense an opportunity to score on their first possession without relinquishing any points. 9:07 on the clock, first quarter, no score. Once again, we want to thank the Orlando Sports Foundation for all they do to support all sports throughout the Sunshine State and Central Florida. There's a lot. If you're a sports fan, there's plenty of opportunity in the greater Orlando area. Also, we'll talk about the Orlando Touchdown Club in a little bit. One of the players for Masters Academy was given that honor recently. Here's a shot downfield. It's going to be caught out across the 31, pushed out of bounds near the 45-yard line. Beautiful little toss and a beautiful catch from the number 1 option, Jake Hormel, through the air. The 6'3" senior catches the perfectly thrown ball from the quarterback, Nazir McMillan. Nazir's a sophomore, 5'9", 155. Masters Academy has some gentlemen that can run the ball in impressive fashion as well. Here's a pass play on second down. Catch is going to be made by Devon Washington. He makes a man miss, gets out across midfield into Oak Hall territory. Washington's going to pick up 9 yards on the catch, making it 2nd and 1. So we've seen McMillan's arm. Haven't seen any plays on the ground just yet. Possibly here as they'll set up 2 receivers top of the screen. Single receiver near side. Big story tonight as well. On a pass downfield across the 30 that finds room and is going to be pushed out of play inside the 5-yard line. All right, here's the story. Number 17 in black. Jackson Stetcher, quarterback, playing tonight as an 8th grader. Yep, an 8th grader, 6 foot 170, and he has shown right there just how comfortable he can be even in the worst of a situation. As that ball slipped through his hands on the snap, he was able to recover, roll right, and find a friend. Takes the football all the way down to the 2-yard line, 1st and goal, Masters Academy. Here's the handoff, and that's going to be 6 for number 2, O'Shea Faison. Faison, a sophomore, 6 foot 202. One of the stable of running backs that the Masters Academy can throw at you, and right there, it's an easy 2 yards for Mr. Faison, and Masters Academy gets on the board first. 6-0 extra point pending. Landon Lees set to kick the extra point. Snap and hold are good. Kick up. And it is good. Our score, Masters Academy 7, Oak Hall 0. We'll take a break. Back in a moment. You're watching Quick Cuts Sports Network.
Hey, Kieran. You're clear.
Vamos.
This is incredible. Carrie Abello looks 100% as she passes through the Leading Edge Rehab Center. Our surgeons aren't the only ones honing their skills today. 7 floors dedicated exclusively to orthopedics and spine, and she can't be stopped on any of them. Just the goalie to beat. But wait.
Orlando Health Jewett Orthopedic Institute. Choose well.
Hey, welcome back into the Quick Cut Sports Network. I'm BA. Appreciate you tuning in here on this beautiful Friday night. We're proud to be bringing you the best action from around Central Florida. Big thanks to not only Quick Cut, but the Facts Now division of Tobacco-Free Florida, dedicating to exposing big tobacco's lies and giving the facts about tobacco and vaping. Also want to send a big thanks to the Orlando Sports Foundation as we are bringing you the Cure All-Star Game of the Week as part of the Cure Bowl series live on the Cure Bowl YouTube channel. And the Masters Academy able to score on their first possession. Oak Hill is going to try on number 2 after they were able to get the football all the way down to the 2-yard line before being shut down by the Masters Academy defense. They had it 1st and goal at the 10, came away with nothing. Masters Academy answers, takes it all the way down to the other end, caps it off with a 2-yard touchdown run by Faison, and that brings us to our 7-0 score line. And Oak Hall, Dakota Brower leads this team. You saw him there on the kick return. He's able to do a little bit of everything. Yet to throw an INT this season. He's going to have 2 receivers split each way, empty backfield. Now motion comes near side. Fake handoff. Brower's going to keep it himself. Gets out across the 35 to about the 37, 38-yard line. Bottenheimer in on the stop for the Masters Academy. Buttenheimer, a senior. Here's Brower again this time. He'll be joined by Abram Jenkins. And this play is going to be snuffed out. Big play defensively by Tyson Chadwick. 6'5", 270. Both of these teams have athletes at about every position on the field, which makes the brand of football you get very entertaining. You got playmakers all over the place at any time. Brower again in the shotgun. This time he's going to be joined to his right by Jenkins. Brower still looking. Now he's going to tuck it and run up the far side, able to have the first down and more, and eventually slung out of bounds out across the 45. That'll move the chains. Brower, shows you his ability to be elusive. A lot of plays, when you go back and watch film, he is able to escape pressure initially, but, it's one of those situations where you might run 30 to gain 5, but that's okay because more often than not, he makes it work. Timeout called. Both teams going to get some water and rest and think about things. This is a beautiful campus, by the way, here at the Masters Academy. I had an opportunity to get a tour around the new Masters Academy, or newer arts building. And obviously the complex here in the school. Beautiful, beautiful place. Indeed. Once again, big thanks to the Orlando Sports Foundation, the Facts Now Division of Tobacco-Free Florida, and our newest sponsor. You'll see the commercials running throughout the broadcast tonight. We are very proud to have Orlando Health on board now as part of the Cure All-Star Football events. They will be our official title sponsor moving forward. Here's Brower. He'll have Jenkins in the backfield. Brower looks near side, fires it. Has a man. Good defense on the near side. Broken up by Demarion Simmons. Great play. Brower looking for Groh. He and Jacob Quigley were in the vicinity of that one. Jay Cormel, the all-purpose man and Orlando Touchdown Club Player of the Week. Lined up nearest to us, number 9 in black, and he's going to see some action here as this handoff goes to Copeland, trying to get the edge. He's going to be hit and dropped inside Masters Academy territory at about the 45-yard line. And again, the name Mason Buttenheimer comes up. You're going to be hearing it a lot tonight. Senior, number 88. So far, the only true danger that the Masters Academy have been in was that opening run. They had a beautiful goal line stand, and here it's 3rd and short. Handoff goes to Jenkins. He's going to be hit, and it looks like he may be marked about a yard short, and that's going to bring up another big 4th down. Tip of the cap to the Eagle defensive line. Brett Gottwald, Tyson Chadwick, and others. My goodness. Aiden Greer has been in there. And here we go again. Spot is going to leave him about a yard and a half short. Brower makes his way back to the huddle. We'll see what they draw up here on another huge 4th down play. in this contest early. 3:34. Clock rolls first quarter. Handoff Jenkins up the middle, able to slip free. Has enough for the first down. Gets to the Masters Academy 40. Abram Jenkins, big back, tough, physical, and shifty. Again, came into the game with 57 carries, nearly 400 yards and 9 scores. And he's added to that here tonight. Jenkins will stand behind Brower. Brower looks, chased. Are they going to get him? Yes, they are. He can't throw it away that time. And a huge, huge defensive play again. The Masters Academy are playing defense tonight. Colin Brown, 6'2", 210, ran down Brower. 2:30 to play here in the first. 7-0. Huge loss. 2nd and 20. This time Jenkins is going to line up in the backfield again. Only 2 receivers out wide each way for Brower. This time it's going to go to Jenkins out of the backfield. Hit initially at the 45. Flag, or nope, towel comes out. And he's going to fight his way all the way up to about the 34. Brower turned into oncoming pressure. Tossed it out of the backfield. Jenkins there, able to make the most of it. Great yards after the catch. Got 15 of the 20 back. And that'll bring up 3rd and 4. 2 receivers to the near side this time for Brower. Again, Jenkins in the backfield. He's going to throw over to the left. Finds his favorite target, Daniel Groh, on a crossing route. And another great defensive play. Pass broken up by that Masters Academy defense. And that'll bring up another 4th down. This time 4th and 4. Jenkins gets a breather. As we see Bear Woolley, another name you're likely to hear several times tonight if they play as they played before. 6-foot junior, 170, wears 8 for O'Call. Here's a handoff, goes to Copeland. He is going to be met. Great read by the Masters Academy, and that play is stopped short. That is 2 huge 4th down stops for the Masters Academy. Into the direction of defensive coordinator Doug Gabriel, who came over from Cypress Creek. And that'll give the offense an opportunity to add to their 7-0 lead. And again, we see the story of the night, 8th grader Jackson Stetcher. He'll drop back, looks, has a pretty throw. Beautiful ball is going to be caught by Oakley Foster, the 6'3" sophomore on the near side. That's going to be a 1st down. Ball spotted at the 45. Coach Krusek spoke very highly of the 8th grade quarterback. He'll look to the sideline for the call. Again, 8th grader, 6 foot, 170. As you saw on that throw, he's got a very, very nice throw. And he's got a great group of coaches to explore that. Here's a running play coming right at us. O'Shea Faison, who scored the touchdown back a couple of drives ago. He gets 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down at about 4. 24 ticks left here in the first period. We'll see what the Eagles dial up here on this offensive play. No need to hurry yet. Trips to the right, single receiver near side. Single man in the backfield is facing. Here's Stetcher, fires over the top, far side, has a man, catch made. All the way down inside the 35 to the 32-yard line, Jake Hormel. Favorite target, former Orlando Touchdown Club Player of the Week. Mr. Reliable, again, moves the chains. Clock rolls with 5 seconds. They're going to let that make its way down to 0, and that will be the end of the first period of play. So far, so good. A very entertaining game that sees the Eagles of the Masters Academy on the scoreboard first and only 7-0 our score. We're going to take a break. Back with more right here on the Quick Cut Sports Network.
Hey, Carrie, you're clear.
Vamos.
This is incredible. Carrie Abello looks 100% as she passes through the Leading Edge Rehab Center. Our surgeons aren't the only ones honing their skills today. 7 floors dedicated exclusively to orthopedics and spine, and she can't be stopped on any of them. Just the goalie to beat. But wait.
Orlando Health Jewett Orthopedic Institute. Choose well.
And welcome back into the Quick Cut Sports Network here from the Masters Academy. They have the football, and they lead it 7-0 here at the start of the second period. Big shout-out to the Orlando Sports Foundation, Orlando Health, our new title sponsor, as this ball is fired to the corner of the end zone, and the catch is made. That's number 9, Jake Hormel, and that'll be 6. What a throw by the 8th grade quarterback, number 17, Jackson Stecker. 6 foot 170, throws a pretty ball into the flat on a screen, and he can certainly send it over the top there. Takes the hat off the defense, and we have a 13-0 score line. Extra point pending. Lee's on to see this one through. Hold down, kick is away, and it is good. Our score, Masters Academy 14, Oak Hall 0. And Oak Hall coming into this contest 7-0. May be a little stunned right now, and for good reason. This Masters Academy club is very good. Come in ranked number 1 in the SSAC. Followed very closely, I might add, by Oak Hall. But at 5-2, you take a look at the Masters Academy schedule. Right off the bat, they make a trip to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and take on a very solid program. So when you actually dissect who they played, where they've been, that 5-2 may be a little misleading. They certainly have big aspirations for postseason. This club does. And again, under the direction of former UCF head coach Garrett Kruschek, his father Mike, former UCF head coach, defensive coordinator to Gabriel, former UCF standout and former Oakland Raider. Again, these kids, what a wealth of knowledge they have at their disposal. Oak Hall is going to send 2 men back deep to receive this kick as they now trail by 2 scores. This one is going to be short, fielded on the near side by Jenkins. He's going to be hit immediately, dropped as he falls forward to the 45, and that's where Oak Hall will have it. 1st and 10, and we'll see if Oak Hall can come up with an answer after being stopped on the goal line in a 4th and goal. First possession of the game. Masters Academy got the ball back, took it down the field, scored on a 2-yard touchdown by Faison. And most recently, a 35-yard strike from Stecker to Jake Hormel. And within a blink of an eye, it's a 2-score lead. Here comes Brower, certainly capable of changing that. Handoff up the middle to Jenkins. He just lowers his shoulder and goes. Caleb Laxton was in there along with number 44. Logston. Second down and about 6 for Dakota Brower and the Eagles of Oak Hall. Making the trip down from Gainesville. Here's Brower. He's going to keep it. First down and more. Gets across the 40. Still on his feet. Finally brought down by the 30. Made it to the second level pretty quickly. Bottenheimer there for the stop eventually. Moves the chains. First down at the 30 for Dakota Brower. Stat line once again coming into the contest. 31 of 54, 767 yards, 8 scores, no picks for Brower. Here he is again. First and 10, fakes the handoff, now fires, has a man. Catch made by Copeland. First down and more. Nobody's there as he crosses the 10. 5 finally upended at the 2. Copeland found all kinds of room. Caught the ball, turned toward the sideline, looked up, and he didn't see a black jersey within 10 yards, maybe 15. And here we find ourselves in another situation where the Masters Academy, in the shadows of their own goalpost, facing a first and goal. Last time they were successful and stopped Oak Hall. Twins to the near side. Single receiver, top of the screen, handoff. Jenkins fires forward, lowers his shoulder, and gets in for the 2-yard score. So Oak Hall finally breaks that seal on offense. And it looks like Mr. Brower also kicking duties for this Oak Hall team. Again, he's the guy. A little bit of everything for Dakota Brower. Oh, mishandle on the hold. Still able to get it up and get it through. Made the best of a bad situation there, and Brower sends it through. 14-7, now a 1-score game in favor of the homestanding Masters Academy Eagles. We'll take this opportunity to once again thank our sponsor, our new title sponsor, Orlando Health. You'll see their commercials run throughout the entirety of our Cure All-Star Game of the Week broadcasts, along with the partnership for the Facts Now, a division of Tobacco-Free Florida, dedicated to exposing big tobacco's lies and giving the facts about tobacco and vaping. The high school athletes in these games exemplify healthy living and making a choice of good health habits. The Cure All-Star Games represent Orlando Sports Foundation's mission of bringing teams together to find a cure for cancer. We certainly can't be a part of any bigger mission than that. So, again, hats off to the Orlando Sports Foundation for being involved in this. And, of course, Quick Cut. Check them out, Quick Cut. And all they do some amazing stuff for student athletes and, obviously, into broadcasting as well. As the kick is going to go into the end zone, that'll be a touchback. So the Masters Academy will have it for their 4th possession of the contest. And this has been a very entertaining game, exactly what a lot of people thought they would see. And, of course, you got a very, very capable opponent in Oak Hall who had to make a little bit of a road trip coming down to Gainesville for tonight's game. But, again, 7-0. Right there, nipping at the heels of the Eagles of Masters Academy as they are ranked number 1 in SSAC. And here they come again on offense. The quarterback, Jackson Stecker. Jackson, an 8th grader, stepping into this role at quarterback tonight and has been extremely impressive. I'll be honest, I think one of the most important and impressive things about his game at this age, and we're talking about the 8th grade quarterback, number 17 for the Masters Academy in black, Jackson Stecker, is his just overall composure as an 8th grader in the pocket against a very good opponent and a very solid defensive line that Oak Hall brings in here tonight. So far, so great. He's shown his ability to make adjustments. He mishandled a snap earlier in the contest, able to roll out of the pocket to his right on the run, fires over the top, finds Hormel for a huge gain at that time at what point in the game could have been a very detrimental mistake, but he was able to overcome it, make the best of it, and he continues to impress as this game goes on. 1st and 10, just under 10 minutes to play here in the opening half. Homecoming night here at the Masters Academy. The atmosphere is second to none. Here's motion, handoff. Is it going to go to Washington? He's going to come near side, has speed, has daylight. He crosses midfield. Can Brower get him? He will, but not before Washington gets all the way down to the 22-yard lines where they're going to mark him. What a run. What quickness we saw there from Washington. Flag on the play all the way back at the 20-yard line for the Masters Academy. So they'll make the long trip back, but still a very impressive run. And there again you see just the overall athleticism of Dakota Brower for Oak Hall. Quarterback, he does a lot of work as a built-in tailback, kicking duty, obviously, special teams and defense. He does a little bit of everything. Very impressive athlete is Dakota Brower. Boy, Washington gave it his all, and you really thought by the time he crossed the 40 midfield right in front of us that he might have been able to take that to the house, and then Brower comes out of nowhere like a good thoroughbred, runs him down. So after the penalty, that will back the Masters Academy up 10, make it a 1st and 20 with 9:48 to play here in the first half. Jake Hormel is going to be lined up to the near side. 2 receivers split top of the screen. Stecker examines the defense. Now fires over the top. Easy pass, easy catch for Hormel. Makes a man miss at the 10 and fights his way out across the 15. Great catch by Hormel, Mr. Reliable for the Masters Academy, and another good example of an excellent touch pass by Stecker. So they're able to get about 7 or 8 of those penalty yards back, which is more than fine. Brings up 2nd and about 12, maybe 13. 2 receivers split to the near side. Here's Stecker, rolls this way. Pressure comes. Another beautiful pass out of the backfield. Catch made up the far sideline, and we'll see where the spot is. That was face on with the catch, and they're going to spot him awfully close to the needed first down yardage, which is the 30. And they are going to reset. They're waving the chains. And that'll be a 1st and 10. Face on comes toward the sideline, helmet in hand. We'll check that as Demarion Simmons returns. And again, think about a stable of running backs, there's no question. Caleb Laxton also checks in offensively. Certainly no shortage of athletes on either side of the line of scrimmage here tonight. Stecker, handoff into the backfield to Simmons. Simmons fighting his way forward. He's going to get 11 yards, and that's another first down for the Masters Academy. Faison, Washington, Simmons, Hormel, they all are dangerous anytime they have the football in their hands. It's just as simple as that. Stecker, hands off. It's going to be Simmons again. Surging forward across the 45 to about the 46. Brings up a very manageable 3rd and 5. Wouldn't be surprised here if you don't see the sure hands of Jake Hormel on this 3rd and 5. Masters Academy have had a lot of room to operate when they're able to throw the ball out of the backfield into the flat on either side. They've been able to take away chunks of yards. We'll see what they do here. 2 receivers to the near side. And they're going to fake the handoff. Stecker rolls near side. Pressure comes. He elects to tuck it. Slides, and he has enough for the first down. Very intelligent play by the 8th grade quarterback, Jackson Stecker. Again, the composure, the understanding of time of possession, where the ball is and where the pressure's coming from. So impressive. First and 10. 6:18 clock rolls first half. Simmons will join Stecker in the backfield. He'll have Greer and Washington lined up top of the screen. Hormel to the near side, and they're going to call a timeout, talk about it. Little miscommunication there. Clock stops, 5:58 to play. We'll take a break and thank our sponsors. We'll be back. More to come right here on the Quick Cut Sports Network.
Hey, Carrie, you're clear.
Vamos.
This is incredible. Carrie Abello looks 100% as she passes through the Leading Edge Rehab Center. Our surgeons aren't the only ones honing their skills today. 7 floors dedicated exclusively to orthopedics and spine, and she can't be stopped on any of them. Just the goalie to beat. But wait.
Orlando Health Jewett Orthopedic Institute. Choose well.
Yeah, we'll go back in once again to the Quick Cut Sports Network here at the Masters Academy, and we've got a good one. 14-7 our score. The Masters Academy with the lead and the football. They have it. 1st and 10. Just inside Oak Hall territory. Here's the quarterback, the 8th grader, Jackson Stecker. Great fake, tucks it, makes 3 men miss, still on his feet. And he's able to slide for a gain of 9, and an incredible play again from his quarterback position. Brings up 2nd and short as we see O'Shea Faison come back into the contest at the running back position. Telling you folks, Stecker's absolutely impressed me tonight. It's all the little things, the confidence in which he plays with, and I swear it's getting better by the play. Handoff, Faison coming near side, cuts it back up the middle, turns on the Jets, and he's gone. O'Shea Faison with the score. That's good from 36 yards away, and that gives the Masters Academy a 20-7 lead with the extra point pending. As I said before, there's several of them. Faison, Washington, Simmons, Hormel, and we've seen tonight the quarterback, 17, Stecker. Any one of them are dangerous. Anyone. They have a treasure trove of options, this Masters Academy squad does, and there is no wonder they are number 1 in the SSAC. With 5:09 to play here in the first half, kick up, kick good. Our score, Masters Academy 21, Oak Hall 7. We'll take a break, back in 30 seconds right here on the Quick Cut Sports Network. And we'll go back once again to the Masters Academy. Coming to you live thanks to the Quick Cut Sports Network, thanks to the Orlando Sports Foundation. Big shout out to our brand new title sponsor, Orlando Health, and the Facts Now division of Tobacco Free Florida. Had the opportunity to see Mark Line last weekend. Obviously, his involvement with the Orlando Sports Foundation is huge, and his involvement in the Cure All-Star series, if you will, that includes the Cure Bowl, the Cure All-Star games, and this game, last week's game, and next week's game, which are the Cure All-Star Game of the Week, which is brought to you by the Orlando Sports Foundation, Orlando Health, and the Facts Now, a division of Tobacco Free Florida. Here's the kickoff, sent downfield by Brady. It's going to trickle out of play, so Oak Hill will have the football back. They scored on their last possession. Jenkins able to thunder it across the goal line from 2 yards out to put Oak Hall on the board for the first time tonight. But Masters Academy marched right back down the field thanks to the stellar play of their quarterback, Jackson Stecker, and they cap it off with a touchdown from O'Shea Faison. Masters Academy. Well, they were making their way back out. There's going to be an official timeout for a water break, but looks like everybody's going to be making their way back out on the field. So after the kickoff went out of play, they're going to re-kick this one. Brower and Copeland will be back deep to receive for Oak Hall. Last couple of kicks have been short. We'll see what Masters Academy elects to do here. First time it was Brady. Now it's going to be Lees, who has been perfect on the night for point-after attempts. He'll send this one deep. End-over-end kick is going to be fielded about the 10 by Copeland. He'll bring it central now, hands off to Brower. He spins away from, well, attempted to spin away from one defender, but he's going to be brought down. Excellent special teams play. They're doing it on all three phases of the football right now. David Moore came up big with that stop to corral Dakota Brower, who's obviously, as we've seen, very dangerous with the football in his hands. 4:59 to play here in the first half. Again, homecoming night here at Masters Academy. Congratulations to all those students who have been nominated for that honor. So here we go, Oak Hall. The undefeated Oak Hall Eagles in a hole, currently 21-7 to the number one team in the SSAC. Brower stands in at quarterback, takes the handoff, looks downfield, tucks it at the last moment. He's going to run, tries to get the edge near side, can't. Good play from the Masters Academy once again. Gutierrez with a big stop there. Leo Gutierrez, 5'7", sophomore. Again, this Masters Academy squad is very young. All the coaches I had the pleasure of speaking with before the game were just, you could tell they were so giddy at the fact that they're going to have these kids a little bit. Some integral parts are going to be around a while. 2nd and 7 for Dakota Brower and Oak Hall. Trips to the near side. Handoff's going to go to Copeland. Tries the right edge, now tries to bounce it outside. Gets out to the 30, first down and more. Moves the chains. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to play here in the first half. Clock rolls, 21-7 score line. The Masters Academy in control. Oak Hall trying to answer. Here's a pass. Near side, David Grau with the catch. That's going to be good enough for the first down and more, all the way out to the 44-yard line. Yeah, I think they're going to give him the 45. Gutierrez in there on the stop for the Masters Academy. They are actually going to spot him at the 44. Plenty enough for a first down on the catch by Groh. Groh standing 6'2". We mentioned it earlier. He's one of the favorite targets for Brower. Also Bear Woolley, who we haven't spoke quite as much as we thought we would here tonight. He's going to line up near side. Handoff's going to go to Akins. He's capable. He has first down and more. Gets inside the 40. Brought down at the 39. Akins, a 5'10" sophomore. So Oak Hall putting together what has been, so far in this contest, one of the longer drives of the game. Clock still rolling. Now falls ever closer to 3 minutes to play here in the first. Jenkins in the backfield with Brower. Brower looking. Fires over the top. Has a man, but overthrows Copeland on the near side. Secondary for the Masters Academy. Excellent position there. Even if the ball had been on the mark. Bosco was there. So after the incompletion, that brings up 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff, Jenkins. Fights forward, churning the legs across the 35. Spot him down about the 33. Good hard run there from Jenkins. Both running backs, or primary backs, if you will, for these clubs. Very similar build, running style. Face on for Masters Academy, 6 foot, 202. Jenkins, 5'10", 225. Powerful running backs. 3rd and 4. Oak Hall lining up. Single receiver near side. That's Groh. Brower is going to try to keep it, but he's going to be wrapped up and slung down. No gain on the play. Timeout is going to be called by the Masters Academy. That'll stop the clock with 2:05 to play here in the first half, as the Masters Academy are putting together one of the longer drives of the game. We'll see what happens. We'll take a quick break. Back in a moment. You're watching the Quick Cut Sports Network. Yeah, welcome back in to the Quick Cut Sports Network. One timeout ends, another one begins, as Oak Hall is going to call time now, but we'll keep this one here and take this opportunity to once again thank our sponsors, our new title sponsor moving forward, the Orlando Health. We're very appreciative of them coming on board. You'll see their commercials run throughout the entirety of our broadcast. Also, the Orlando Sports Foundation, a huge part of Central Florida sports, obviously, and their mission of bringing teams together to find a cure for cancer. Certainly, you can't be a part of a bigger cause than that. This year, 3 games will include top players from Orange, Seminole, Osceola, Lake, Volusia, and Flagler counties as part of the Cure All-Star Games. We are proud to announce again that Orlando Health has come on to be the title sponsor of those events. And here is a huge mistake by Oak Hall. And that turns a good sustained drive for Oak Hall into a first down going the other way, and an opportunity for the Masters Academy to add to this lead with 1:56 to play in the first half. As you see the mascot making his way around the track, part of the homecoming festivities coming up here at halftime. 21-7 our score. Masters Academy scored on their first offensive possession, but after they stood up Oak Hall on the 2-yard line on Oak Hall's first possession of the ball game. That kind of set the tone defensively, I believe, for the Masters Academy, and so far they have held course. Here is the quarterback, Jackson Stecker. Flag is thrown as he makes his way toward the near sideline, able to grab about 6-7 yards, but it's going to be a holding, and that'll bring it back. That'll bring up 1st and 20. So they're going to start this drive in a little more of a hole than I think they obviously anticipated. Another big game going on here in the area tonight. Apopka hosting Lake Mary. We'll have Lake Mary and Seminole next week in what we anticipate to possibly be the best game in the entire Sunshine State next Friday night. But we've got a good one here. 21-7, Masters Academy leads Oak Hall, the undefeated Eagles of Oak Hall from Gainesville. 7-0 entering the contest. But they have met a very solid Masters Academy team here tonight. Here's Stecker, fires near side. Oh, that one easily picked off by Aaron Akins. He's going to be eventually forced out of bounds about the 20. Stecker just simply did not see Akins on that one. And that gives the ball right back to Oak Hall. 1st and 10 at the 25. So now we go from the potential of Masters Academy extending their lead, which would have been huge momentum-wise, to now what would be an equally big boost for Oak Hall to score late and cut it to a 1-score contest. Roller coaster of emotions. Here comes Brower. He'll lead the offense yet again. They're going to put Jenkins in the backfield. Trips to the near side. Single receiver, top of the screen. Here's Brower looking. Fires that way and just leads his intended target a little too much. And I apologize, I do not have a 19. We'll get you a 19 if we can. Sometimes I wish every school had a sports information director. All right, 2nd and 10 for Oak Hall as they are just on the cusp of the red zone here with 1:14 to play in this first half. Brower looks, has Jenkins in the backfield, fires near side, has a man. Catch made, and out of play goes Akins. Nice, simple play. Gets out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:08. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 3. I want to take this opportunity, since moving to Central Florida a couple of years ago, I've always wanted to come here to the Masters Academy. Obviously, you see the very distinct blue turf, which is beautiful. And this is my first opportunity to be here, and I want to make it very known that this place is not only amazing, but the people. I've spent 2 decades in press boxes, and the treatment from the time I walked in, second to none. So hats off to Trevor, JP, all the guys who I've met tonight. As O'Call sends it to Copeland, and he's going to get in. First time Copeland has hit pay dirt tonight. And there's that potential huge momentum swing as O'Call is able to punch it in with under a minute to play in the first half, which makes it 21-13. Brower on to attempt the extra point. Copeland, the scorer, will hold. Holds down, kick is away, and it is good. Our score, 21-14 in favor of the Masters Academy here on homecoming night. And folks, this is exactly the kind of game we kind of thought we would see, as you looked at the rankings, you looked at the schedule, you looked at what was at stake, and this was what we felt like was going to be a very competitive game of the week, and certainly has lived up to the billing thus far, as we are about a minute away from halftime. We'll take a break during the halftime festivities and come back with you for the start of the third quarter. We certainly appreciate everybody tuning in here on Quick Cut and the Quick Cut Sports Network. Again, can't say enough about the Orlando Sports Foundation, Tobacco Free Florida, and our new title sponsor, Orlando Health. I have a very good feeling that this is going to be an excellent partnership between all of those aforementioned organizations, as this kick trickles into the end zone. So the Eagles of the Masters Academy will have an opportunity with 59 seconds on the clock to steal back some of that momentum. Out come the Eagles. They'll start with the football at the 20, and they'll be directed by their quarterback, Jackson Stecker. Stecker with facing in the backfield, looks across the middle. Oh, in and out, literally, of the hands of Oakley Foster, who had a huge catch earlier in the first quarter. Found himself open there, but maybe too open. Sometimes that happens. Brings up 2nd and 10. Good throw, though. Again, if you're just joining us, 21-14, the Masters Academy with the football and the lead. And tonight they are led by their quarterback, number 17, an 8th grader, Jackson Stecker, who has performed above billing. Foster goes in motion. Handoff is going to go to Faison. Bounces to the outside. Tripped up as he crosses the 25. They'll spot him at the 27. Short gain of about, we'll give him 7, and that'll bring up 3rd and about 3, maybe 4. Clock rolls. Now approaching 30 seconds. Austin Greer and Jay Cormel will line up top of your screen with Faison in the backfield. It's going to go to Faison. He's going to run that way. Outside has blockers, has space, and 2 flags come in. That might be coming back. Flags lay at about the 30. As Faison was able to get the first down and more, but that'll be a 10-yarder from the spot. It'll remain 3rd down and make it a 3rd and 14. Does stop the clock with 11 seconds, but certainly makes it a much more difficult task. Here's the handoff. Faison has room. Fakes outside. Now goes outside. Fighting forward. The clock will run out as he does find midfield. Actually, still no whistles yet as they're still fighting. I'm really surprised. Finally, the pile goes down, and that will conclude the first half of play here from the Masters Academy. Once again, big shout out to the Facts Now division of Tobacco-Free Florida, the Orlando Sports Foundation, and their mission of bringing together teams to find a cure for cancer, and our new title sponsor for the Cure All-Star Football events, Orlando Health. We'll take a break for intermission of our own as they perform during halftime. And
Vamos.
This is incredible. Gary Abello looks 100% as she passes through the Leading Edge Rehab Center. Our surgeons aren't the only ones honing their skills today. 7 floors dedicated exclusively to orthopedics and spine, and she can't be stopped on any of them. Just the goalie to beat. But wait.
Orlando Health Jewett Orthopedic Institute. Choose well.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in to our Cure All-Star Game of the Week. Coming to you live from Masters Academy as they are taking on and currently up on the undefeated Oak Hall Eagles. Our score 21-14 in favor of the Masters Academy. We want to take this opportunity to thank, first and foremost, the Orlando Sports Foundation, and we're proud to be a part of their vision of bringing teams together to find a cure for cancer. We also want to thank our title sponsor moving forward for all the Cure All-Star football events, and that is Orlando Health. Big thanks to them. And also the Facts Now division of Tobacco-Free Florida, dedicated to exposing big tobacco's lies and giving the facts about tobacco and vaping. The high school athletes in these games exemplify healthy living and make a choice of good health habits. Without those partnerships, these broadcasts are just simply not possible. And, of course, our broadcast partner for all things tech and production, that would be Quick Cut, and our producer, Mark. They are absolutely outstanding at what they do and certainly make my job very easy. So the Masters Academy will have the football to start the second half. They are hanging on to a one-score lead at 21-14. Kick will be fielded about the 6-yard line. We'll see what they can do as Washington tries to bring it up the near hash. He's going to be upended before he can get to the 30-yard line. And now we will see, once again, quarterback Jackson Stecker, 8th grader, who has come in tonight and exceeded all expectations, at least of mine, has played outstandingly and has led his team to what is currently a 21-14 scoreline. The game started for the Masters Academy with a huge goal line stand, and it kind of set the tone. Offense was able to score twice before Oak Hall found the end zone. Now we have whistles prior to the snap. Equipment malfunction. Bear Woolley checks back in while Taylor Brown has a look at the equipment malfunction. Here's a handoff. Simmons tries to get the edge on the left side, able to dig out about 3, maybe 4 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. Laxton gets a breather for the Masters Academy, as it'll now be 2nd down for Stecker. He will have Jake Hormel lined up wide to the top of your screen. Keep an eye on number 9. He's made some fantastic grabs tonight in big situations. He's going to run a crossing pattern now. Stecker fakes the throw, lowers his shoulder, and gets out very close to the 40. I think they're going to maybe mark him about a yard short. And let's see. It looks like they are, according to the spot on the far side. That'll be enough for a first down, and the Masters Academy keeps the drive going. Austin Greer lines up at wide receiver, nearest to us. There'll be 2 receivers split each way. Single man in the backfield for Stecker. Now whistle blows again prior to the snap. And I'm not sure if this is equipment related or not sure. But we see a substitution nonetheless as Johnny Clements comes in. Masters Academy going to switch it up a little bit. They'll bring Hormel to the near side. And here's Stecker in the gun. Handoff right up the middle with speed. Bouncing to the outside. May go. It's Simmons at the 20. 10. Finally pushed out of bounds. But not before he makes it inside the 10-yard line and sets up a 1st and goal. Masters Academy. Simmons has had a few extraordinary runs. That one goes for about 50 plus. And with 9:53 to play in the third, the Masters Academy threatening to add to their one-score lead. Handoff comes to the near side at the 5 and upended at the 4. Simmons again with the carry. They'll give him 2 on the carry. Sets up second and goal. Washington and Hormel will make their way to the top of the screen. Greer lined up to the near side. Here's Stecker. Has Simmons in the backfield, fakes the handoff, looks to throw, fakes it, tucks, 5, touchdown, Masters Academy. With the legs of the 8th grader, Jackson Stecker skips in from 5 yards out to make it 27-14 in favor of the Eagles. The Masters Academy Eagles. Lee's on to attempt the extra point. Hold down, kick is away. Kick is good. 28-14. Masters Academy extends their lead, thanks in large part to the legs of Demarion Simmons. Freshman running back has shown all sorts of speed and escapability. Masters Academy set to send this one away. O'Call will have Copeland and Brower about the 15-yard line in anticipation of the kick. End over end kick. Good one. Fielded inside the 5 by Copeland. He's going to bring it up the middle. Wrapped up, brought down just shy of the 25-yard line. Good special teams plays there by Smith for Masters Academy. .847 to play here in the third period, as Dakota Brower and the Oak Hall Eagles out of Gainesville try to answer that opening drive touchdown for the Masters Academy. Brower will have 2 receivers to the near side. Jenkins in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Jenkins. And around, going the other way, good for about 3, maybe 4 yards. A flag comes in late, maybe a little extracurricular activity. We'll give the tackle to Laxton, and we'll see what the laundry's all about. Looks like it's going to go against Oak Hall. That's going to be a 15-yarder, and that's going to back them up all the way back to the 15-yard line. So that's going to give the Masters Academy defense a big break here. And it's going to be 2nd and 20. Brower, same formation. This time looks far side, has a man, catch made by Groh, makes the first man miss. Gets almost all of those yards back and makes it a very, very attainable third down and probably 5, maybe 4. That was a big play to help get some of those penalty yards back. Brower has 2 receivers to the near side. Looks top of the screen. Pressure comes, and he's going to be sacked. Dropped for a loss all the way back at the 20. Huge defensive play by number 88, Mason Buttenheimer, with the big sack. And that is now going to be third down and about 12. This would be a huge defensive stop for the Masters Academy after scoring on their opening possession here in the third quarter, eating up about half the quarter. Clock runs now at 7:20 with no call in a 3rd and 12. We'll see if the Eagles can dig their heels in here and come up with a big third down stand. Here's Brower looking, avoids the first wave of pressure. He's going to be hit and dropped by the second. White helmet after white helmet after white helmet. Buttenheimer in there again, back-to-back tackles for loss. And now it's going to be 4th and about 16. Excellent, excellent defensive play by Buttenheimer. If it's not him, it's somebody else. It started again with the very first possession of the football game where they stopped Oak Hall on the goal line. Brower will do the punting as well. Barely gets this one off under heavy duress. And it bounces through the hands, but collected by the Masters Academy. Cutting it upfield at midfield. Penalty marker comes in. Smith with the return. Sawyer Smith. So, penalty is going to be blocking the back. And that'll be assessed from the spot, which is the 38. That'll take him back to the 28-yard line. That's where Masters Academy will have it 1st and 10 on this, their second possession of the third period. The first possession to open the quarter was about as good as you can get, ending in a touchdown to extend their lead to 28-14. And they have now come up with another defensive stop, forced a punt from Oak Hall. And now the Masters Academy has the football back. And momentum definitely on their side. Faison in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff. Moving left. Tries to get the edge. Works around Brower. But Brower's able to stay with him and bring him down after a gain of about 2 yards. .548. Clock rolls, third quarter. Once again, we want to thank the Orlando Sports Foundation, the Facts Now, a division of Tobacco-Free Florida, and our newest title sponsor moving forward through all of our Cure All-Star football events, that is Orlando Health. Here's Stecker in the shotgun, 2 receivers near side. 2 split up top. Faison in the backfield. 2nd and 8. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Faison. Shimmies his way across the 30 out to about the 33, 34-yard line. Jerkins in on the stop there for Oak Hall. We've called his name offensively 3rd down and 4 with 4.5 minutes to play here in the third period. Here's Stecker, hands off, facing, running straight ahead, makes the first man miss, still on his feet after contact, has enough for the first down as he stretches his arms out across the 39, keeps the chains moving, and keeps momentum with the Masters Academy. Looks like Masters Academy is going to go with some pace here. Hard count. Stacker looks to the sideline. He'll have 2 receivers split up top. Hormel, somewhat quiet here the last 2 possessions, but I don't think that's going to last much longer. He's going to be lined up near side. There he is with the catch. Hormel makes the man. Oh, almost gets away from Brower. Thought he was going to catch him there, but good tackle. Hormel good for 9 more. Second and short. Clock rolls 3:24. Here's Stecker. Handoff again to face on. They're going to keep it on the ground. Surges forward. First down as he fights his way across midfield. Still churning those legs. Grinds out an extra 3 or 4 into Oak Hall territory. And that keeps the chains moving once again. You got to love the ability of Faison to keep those legs churning. For the most part, he was dead to rights there after a gain of about 2, but he certainly was not going to give up. Makes the most of it. Not only does that keep the first down or keep the drive going, get you the first down, but obviously a play like that can get the crowd back into it in a hurry. First and 10. Stecker drops, surveys things, pressure comes. He has the ability to be dangerous. Tucks it, runs, stretches out, depending on the spot. We'll see what they give him. Looks like he is able to get inside the 40 to about the 39. That's a big run. Brings up 2nd and short. Do have a flag on the play. Oh. No flag. More than one of us in the press box thought we saw a flag. I did for sure. But anyway, Faison's going to get the handoff. He's going to make his way forward, dragging defenders all the way down inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. First down, Masters Academy. Tell you folks, it's going to be left up to me to make the choice of our Cure All-Star Player of the Game, and it's going to be tight. So you could either, well, there's about 3 right now, depending on the outcome. 2 for sure. We'll talk about that a little later, but we certainly can't say enough about our broadcast partners. Quick Cut, they are an incredible partner to work with. Our brand new title sponsor, Orlando Health. Of course, the Orlando Sports Foundation. And we are very proud to be part of their mission of bringing teams together to find a cure for cancer. They'll be with us all the way through all of our Cure All-Star events, which will run all the way up to the Cure Bowl, which will be held at Camping World Stadium. It's been a very attractive bowl game the last couple of years, and we're certainly very proud to be a part of the entire Cure mission. And of course, the Facts Now, a division of Tobacco Free Florida dedicated to exposing big tobacco's lies and giving the facts about tobacco and vaping. 2:12 to play here in the third. It is 1st and 10 for the Masters Academy. Stecker stands with Simmons behind him. Simmons will get the carry. He's had a big night. Finds his way inside the 15 to about the 14. That time, I'm certain I saw a flag. That'll back him up 10 yards from the spot. Still first down. 28-14, Masters Academy with the lead. They scored first and have maintained that lead since the first quarter. Oak Hall had an opportunity late in the first half to potentially cut it to a one-score game. Cut it from a 2 to a 1. They were able to do that. Masters Academy got the ball back with about a minute, unable to capitalize. 7-point game at the break. Masters Academy scores on their very first possession here in the third. And that's where we are. Trips. Top of the screen. Stecker rolling, looking, fires to the corner of the end zone. No catch. They're going to say incomplete. Right at the front pylon. Washington, the intended target. He was right there step for step with the defender on that play, Copeland. Brings up second and 23-ish. Yep. It's always an interesting situation where you're in favorable field position, obviously. Could elect to go 4 downs, depending on your kicking situation. Do you keep it simple? You certainly have weapons to do something a little more exotic. Here's 2 receivers split each way for Stecker. Looks to throw. Pressure comes. He's able to tuck it. Has some blue turf in front of him. First down and more. Finally ridden out of bounds inside the 10. Yet another huge heads-up play by the 8th grade quarterback, Jackson Stecker. Felt the pressure coming from 2 sides. Tucked it. Was able to get the first down and now sets up a 1st and goal for his team. Hormel will line up to the near side. And that's going to be a handoff up the middle, stopped. Just short. Second and goal with the clock running. Now with 50 seconds to play here in the third. Hormel and Greer lined up to the near side, facing, gets the handoff, and this time he's going to leave, no doubt. Third time he's hit pay dirt from inside 5 yards away. And that will bring the Masters Academy to a 34-14 lead here. And they have and are imposing their will. They are the number 1 team in the SSAC for a reason, and they're showing it here tonight. 39 seconds to play in the third. Extra point is away, and extra point is good. Our score, Masters Academy 35, Oak Hall 14. We'll take a break. Back with more right here on the Quick Cut Sports Network.
Hey, Carrie, you're clear.
Vamos.
This is incredible. Carrie Abello looks 100% as she passes through the Leading Edge Rehab Center. Our surgeons aren't the only ones honing their skills today. 7 floors dedicated exclusively to orthopedics and spine, and she can't be stopped on any of them. Just the goalie to beat. But wait.
Orlando Health Jewett Orthopedic Institute. Choose well.
To the Quick Cut Sports Network. 39 seconds to play here in the third. 35-14 scoreline in favor of the Masters Academy here at home on homecoming night. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Bottenheimer in on another stop. Number 88 for the Masters Academy. Oak Hall will have it 1st and 10 as they try to answer the most recent Masters Academy touchdown. That's a 2-yarder from O'Shea Faison. Once again, we want to thank all of our partners making this possible. Orlando Health, our new title sponsor of the Cure All-Star Football events, and, of course, the Orlando Sports Foundation and their mission of bringing teams together to find a cure for cancer. Here's Brower. Looking, pressure comes. Now he fires downfield, has a man dropped. Copeland in and out of his hands, out across the 45. They'll want that one back for sure. Also, go check out the Facts Now. The Facts Now for the truth on tobacco and vaping. The Facts Now is a division of Tobacco Free Florida, dedicated to exposing big tobacco's lies and giving the facts about tobacco and vaping. And, of course, Quick Cut, bringing you all the action of our Cure All-Star Game of the Week. So far, it's been a good one. Masters Academy, #1 team in the SSAC, starting to pull away just a bit as this pass is going to find Jerkins out of the backfield. He's able to fight his way to the 40. Yeah, that'll bring up third and about a yard. So a big third down and short here for Oak Hill if they have any desire to keep this drive going. And it looks like a timeout is called. We'll take one with them. Our score, 35-14. Stick around. More to come right here on the Quick Cut Sports Network. Sports Network. We are here live at the Masters Academy. Start of the fourth and final quarter. We appreciate everybody tuning in on the Cure YouTube channel. We'll be with you live again next week for our Cure All-Star Game of the Week. Here's a toss at the last moment. Flag comes in late as Brower was bottled up. In on the stop, number 20, Christopher Barnes. He underhanded it, tossed it to the near sideline. Loss of down will mean fourth down here as this fourth quarter is just getting underway, and you couldn't ask for a better start than that if you're the Masters Academy holding a 35-14 lead and trying to send the unbeaten Oak Hall Eagles home with their first loss here on this 2023 campaign. As I said earlier, talking to Coach Furr across the way, he knew what he was in for tonight. He was very aware of how good this team is, what an opportunity that they have. And there was certainly a lot of mutual respect across the way. So there's still some discussion regarding the penalty and how it's all going to shake out. Coach Kruchek meeting with the officials. So it looks as though it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. O'Call is going to call a timeout. It does appear that it will remain 4th down. And we'll keep it here as they sort things out. I'll take a moment, try to see if I can locate a couple of scores from around the area. The other big game locally, Lake Mary Apopka. Cocoa had the opportunity to see them a couple of weeks ago, one of the better teams I've seen in quite some time. They're taking care of business again tonight with a 56-point lead. Winter Park all over Colonial, 54-6. 48-0 Seminole over Lake Brantley. Rockledge over Merritt Island, 26-6. Boone over Cypress Creek, 49-0. As we have O'Call and Dakota Brower looking for something. Fires over the middle. Little contact. Copeland got bumped, turned right into the ball and caught it. Hormel was standing right behind him. He is good enough for a first down. Yeah, Copeland turned and it was almost like he couldn't see it or didn't realize he was being thrown to. All of a sudden he turns around, the ball's in his numbers. Quite impressive that he made the catch. The Brower will have an empty backfield this time. A couple of guys come in motion. Copeland gets the handoff, but he slips and falls. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 13. $10:50 to play in the contest. Clock continues to roll. We'll bring you a good one next week, Lake Mary and Seminole, for our Cure All-Star Game of the Week. Here's Brower looking. Pressure comes. Forced to run. Can't escape the second wave. And there's that man again. Number 88, Mason Bottenheimer. He certainly made his case for our player of the game. That brings up 3rd and about 15 here with 10-11 on the clock. Masters Academy with a couple of substitutions here as O'Call breaks the huddle. They'll have Groh lined up with Quigley on the near side. Empty backfield for Brower. Brower looking. Quick fire near side. Groh makes the catch. Makes the first defender miss. Can't get past the second defender. That was Simmons. Groh makes it into Masters Academy territory to the 45-yard line. Now approaching 9 minutes to play in the contest. This time Brower will have Jenkins in the backfield with him. 5'10", 225. Done well tonight. 2 receivers split each way. Been quiet lately, though. Here's Brower again. Fires last moment over the top. Has a man, and the catch is made. Huge play across the field, all the way down inside the 15. Copeland with another big grab downfield on the pass by Brower. Pressure came. Brower just unloaded. Really thought when that ball first let up, defense was going to have an opportunity to wipe that one away. That'll bring up 1st and 10 they can get a first down inside the 5. Here's Brower, keeps it himself, finds room, 10-5, still on his feet, touchdown, Oak Hall. Brower with his legs again. That brings the score 35-20. Brower came in with most all-purpose yards on the team. Obviously, the quarterback put up some good yards. Also, third on the team in rushing coming in. So he certainly, you expect him to do his part for Oak Hall. Whistles prior to the snap. Offsides. Yeah, the kick was good. Whistles blow again as Oak Hall huddles up. So after the penalty that took it half the distance, Oak Hall is going to try to go for 2. They'll line up Copeland in the backfield with Brower. Jerkins lined up, wing T right side. He'll get it. He'll make his way into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. That brings our score, Masters Academy 35, Oak Hall 22. 8:25 to play here in the fourth quarter. Again, we want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, the Facts Now division of Tobacco-Free Florida, also Orlando Sports Foundation, and their mission of bringing teams together to find a cure for cancer. We're certainly very proud to be a part of that organization and their mission. We are also very proud to announce, as we've done all evening, our new title sponsor for the remainder of the Cure All-Star Football events. That is Orlando Health. Thank you to Orlando Health. And once again, Quick Cut, our broadcast partner. We appreciate what they do to make these broadcasts possible. Makes my job easy. And, of course, the Cure YouTube channel, the host site for all of our broadcasts. So Brower will send this one away. Washington and Hormel back deep. They're going to squib it. It's going to hit the ground once, fielded by the Masters Academy. And, of course, it's Mason Bottenheimer. He's been everywhere tonight. Let's see. He's fielded onside kicks. He's had about 80 tackles. Been everywhere. Great game for Mason Bottenheimer. One of the senior leaders on this Eagle team. So the Masters Academy will have it 1st and 10 at the Oak Hall 49. It'll be Jackson Stecker. He'll have the freshman Simmons in the backfield with him. Stecker, an 8th grader. Simmons with the carry, bounces right. Runs straight ahead across the 45 down to about the 43, 42-yard line. Good tough run there by Demarion Simmons. Good-looking freshman running back. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2 for Masters Academy. Clock will continue to trickle down. Now under 8 minutes to play. Here's Stecker. It remains Simmons in the backfield. And they're going to be content to be in no hurry as whistles blow. Flag comes in. False start against the Masters Academy. That'll back them up 5, make it 2nd and 7 or 8. I believe we've had one 15-yard penalty tonight. 3 10-yard holdings. False start and an offside. It's not too bad at all. Here's Simmons. Gets to the outside, cuts it back upfield at the 30. 10, 5. That'll be 6 for Mr. Simmons. The freshman, Demarion Simmons, takes it in from 44 and extends the lead for the Masters Academy 41-22. Credit the Masters Academy, because every time Oak Hill has tried to mount some sort of comeback, these Eagles have answered every call. And the kick is up, and Gottwalt sends it through to make our score 42-22, back to a 20-point advantage for the Masters Academy Eagles. We'll take a quick break. Back in a few, right here on Quick Cut Sports Network. Hey, welcome back into the Quick Cut Sports Network here at the Masters Academy. We appreciate everybody tuning in here on this gorgeous Friday night. Masters Academy have been flexing their muscle. 42-22 the score every time. Oak Hall has tried to climb back into it. Masters Academy have slammed the door shut. We appreciate everybody tuning in on the Cure Bowl YouTube channel, where you can find all of our upcoming events. We're proud to partner with the Facts Now, a division of Tobacco-Free Florida, also Orlando Sports Foundation's mission of bringing teams together to find a cure for cancer. And this game tonight, as well as last week and next week, are all part of our Cure All-Star Football events. That'll be continuing with all-star games featuring players from Orange, Seminole, Osceola, Lake Volusia, and Flagler counties. Can't wait for those dates coming up here soon. Here's Brower. Gently tosses one over the top. Catch made by Groh. Gutierrez in on another stop. We've heard his name several times tonight from the defensive side of the football. He's made his presence felt for sure. 7:03 to play in the ball game. That pass falls incomplete, intended for Akins, which will bring up 3rd and 8. Another tough 3rd and long for Oak Hall. And once again, I've said it ad nauseum, tip of the cap to the Masters Academy defense. They came into tonight's game on a mission, and it started on the first series of the game with the Masters Academy in a goal line stand And from then on, they have held and maintained the lead. Here's Brower. Fakes the handoff, looking. Has to avoid 2 tacklers, but fires it away at the last moment. There's an interception on the toss. 10-5, touchdown, Masters Academy. Leandro Gutierrez has done it all. And there's the gift of the pick 6 for Gutierrez to make it 48-22. You just had a feeling it was a matter of time before a big mistake happened, because as that pressure continued to mount on Dakota Brower, it was almost as if he got a little too confident, trying to spin away from that additional defender. He had a near miss earlier in the contest where he kind of underhanded tossed it to the side, ended up being a 5-yard penalty, but that time it was just, he just chucked it at the last moment, hope for the best. And Gutierrez said, thank you, I'll take another. Kick up, kick good. It is all Masters Academy right now, 49-22. With 6:45 to play in the ball game. We'll step away, back in a moment, right here on the Quick Cut Sports Network. And once again, welcome back in to the Quick Cut Sports Network. Very proud to be here with you from the Masters Academy. All of these games as part of our Cure All-Star Game of the Week, brought to you by the Facts Now, a division of Tobacco-Free Florida. Also brought to you by the Orlando Sports Foundation. We are so proud to be part of them and their mission to bring teams together to find a cure for cancer. And, of course, our brand new title sponsor, Orlando Health. Here's the kick. Copeland will collect it around the 10. Makes his way up far side. Tries to cut back at the 30. Hit and drop just shy of the 35-yard line, excuse me. So Oak Hall will have it 1st and 10 at the 34. As mentioned, next week we'll be bringing you a good one, Lake Mary Seminole. Be sure to tune in for that one. That'll be next week, again, as part of our Cure All-Star Game of the Week. Well, we've seen touchdowns scored in this contest. Defensively, offensively, yet to see a special team score, but I'm really surprised we haven't. This game was very entertaining, and as the first half progressed and we got into the opening drive of the second half, Masters Academy really carried that first half lead and momentum after the homecoming pageantry into the second half. They killed about 8 minutes on the opening drive of the third quarter and capped it off with a touchdown. Oak Hill answered. Masters Academy came right back and answered again. They've done it every time. Every time Oak Hall has threatened to put back-to-back scores together, Masters Academy have either scored or stopped Oak Hall. Here's Brower shaking and baking as he does. And he's finally going to get hit and dropped as he crosses the 35. Flag comes in late. Looked like Gabe Crow, the defensive end, senior, 5'11", 190. Laid a hit late, but they're going to say personal foul. Wow, interesting. Didn't look like helmet to helmet from our vantage point. Obviously, I don't have replay right in front of me, but it looked like it was low. Came in, tried to knock the ball free. Broward trots back out from the sideline with the call. Groh will line up wide to the near side. Aaron Akins and company, top of the screen. In the backfield will be Sir Derek Farley. We have not called his name tonight. Here's Brower, chucks one downfield, has a man. And that's going to fall incomplete. Jake Hormel with coverage downfield on the near side. Hormel, one of the leaders on this program, and for good reason. Senior leader is Hormel, 6'1", 165. Just a good football player. He's one of those kids you can plug and play just about anywhere, as so many of these kids are from the Masters Academy, and I think that's, for me, what makes part of watching them so special. They're just reliable. Farley returns to the backfield. Brower looking. Fires across the middle, almost picked off. Falls incomplete. Flag comes in from the far sideline, and it looks like it's going to be against Masters Academy on pass interference. Well, I did not see that one, I can assure you. As defensive coordinator Doug Gabriel says that ball was no chance. But nonetheless, they're going to mark it. And that's going to move the football all the way inside the 35. And that'll be a first down for Oak Hall. Coach Gabriel still trying to figure that one out. Here's Brower. Farley in the backfield. Brower keeps it. Finds Farley over the middle. Makes a man miss. Still on his feet. Gets to the 25, down to about the 24-yard line before he's upended. So Sir Derek Farley has been plugged into this game late. The senior, 5'10", 205. They'll line him up at tight end, running back. Does a little bit of everything. Defensive end on the other side. 4:52. Rolling clock. 49-22 is Oak Hall. Trying to put a drive together, but that one's going to be wrapped up and dropped for a loss. What a play by number 22, Gabe Crow. 5'11", 190, defensive end. Give him about an 8-yard, 7-yard loss on that one. That'll bring up second and long as the clock now falls to 4 minutes to play. Here's Brower. Looking, fires toward the end zone, and it's going to be picked off in the end zone. Masters Academy says not now. The interception, number 83, Sawyer Smith. That'll give the Masters Academy the ball at the 20. That is the second interception on the evening, the second interception for Brower on the season. He came in 8 touchdowns, no picks. He leaves with 2 interceptions. And now the Masters Academy will have the ball first and 10 at their own 20 with 3:49 to play. And this one's going to go to the ground with Simmons, who has had an exceptional second half here for the Masters Academy. First half saw O'Shea Faison do most of the work in the backfield, Washington with a few carries, but mostly Faison, and then a smattering of Simmons, but it's been primarily Simmons in the second half, and he has proved his worth, and he's a big reason this is a 49-22 game. Jackson Stecker, the quarterback. He is just fine. Again, taking time. Leaving on homecoming night with a victory. Here's Simmons. And he has speed and daylight up the far side. Gets out across the 40. Close to the 45. First down, Eagles. And the clock continues to roll. This time they'll line Sawyer Smith out wide to the near side. He'll be joined by Mason Bottenheimer. It's going to be a run where Simmons has blockers, hit from behind as he crossed midfield. That was potentially a huge gain-saving tackle. He ended up as an 11-yard gain. The 40 down to the 39. Give him 6. Moves the chains. But again, Masters Academy will improve to 6-2. They will remain in that top spot in the SSAC, and Oak Hall will suffer their first defeat of the year, falling to 7-1. Once again, I can't say enough about the performance of the quarterback, number 17, Stecker. Stecker has been phenomenal. Simmons gets the handoff this time, makes a man miss, has speed, 20, 10, nope, 20, sorry, 30, 20. And finally gets pushed out of bounds inside the 15. But Stecker, the quarterback, has been phenomenal. His decision-making, you would think that he had been out there all season. Or multiple years for that matter, and very comfortable in that quarterback role, just an 8th grader. So obviously there's a lot of expectations for him, and it's been very impressive tonight. Clock now falls under 40 seconds. I think they're going to let him just hike it one more time. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors for making all these broadcasts possible. First of all, the Facts Now, a division of Tobacco-Free Florida. They are dedicated to exposing Big Tobacco's lies and giving the facts about tobacco and vaping. Also, the Orlando Sports Foundation, as Stecker takes the knee. That'll do it for this one. The Orlando Sports Foundation's mission of bringing teams together to find a cure for cancer is something we are so very proud to be a part of. And also to our new title sponsor for the remainder of the All-Star Cure football events, Orlando Health. That'll do it on homecoming night here for the Masters